New Brunswick voters are considering which candidate is going to get their vote. In tight-knit communities like this one in Beauséjour, history tends to repeat itself. It's been led by Liberals since its inception, except for one term in the 1990s. Mount Allison University political scientist Mario Levesque says legacy voting plays a big role in New Brunswick. It's where people vote the same way their parents did, their grandparents did. But have times changed? When you cast your vote, Adrian, do you think about how your parents or your family voted? Does that influence the way you vote?
Yes, very much. We were brought up in a small community, and it affects me a lot about my father's voting every year for the same party.
No, not at all. I look at the best case scenario for our community. We have various points of view from different parties. You have to look back to say, well, which party will better serve our community?
Yeah, early on, my dad's way of voting influenced me because he was very staunch with one party, and I really did not look at the parties at that point in time. But now that I'm older, I think the policies need to be looked at and weighed accordingly.
A younger generation is more likely to vote on their own. Mount Allison's Mario Levesque says it could take time for young voters to change election results, but one thing is certain: they aren't relying solely on what their parents think when it comes to politics.
It would have when I was younger. As I've gotten older, my political literacy has improved, and I feel more comfortable to make my own decisions and not really be as influenced by others.
Personally, for me, I have my own views. My family has a whole separate party that they vote for versus what I would vote for the end of the month. So I would say my parents and grandparents don't influence the way I vote. However, until the age of 17, I would say I was pretty influenced by my family, kind of just listening to their conversations and going off anything that they would say.
No, politics has also been something that I've grown up around, but I do my own research. I listen to their input, but it's not influencing me in any way of who I cast my vote for.
So it won't necessarily be me thinking about what they're going to vote for. I'm pretty strong-minded in what I know. I'm pretty up-to-date on kind of our news and how the politics are right now anyway. So if anything, it'll probably be me influencing them.
Okay, you made someone else very happy. Thank you.
Do you speak openly with your family about who you intend to vote for?
I'll watch the news myself, and then I'll talk to my mom. I'll be like, oh, did you see this? Like, this issue, whatever. And kind of just like, we'll have a discussion about it. I'll say what I think and why I want to vote this way. And she kind of usually agrees with me. And if we don't, then we'll usually have a conversation.
I come from a very rural place with a lot of coal mining and farming history, so it tended to definitely lean more conservative, and it just kind of like, my county has always been blue, so it was just kind of what you did. As I've gotten older, those views have changed.
Just learned more throughout high school. I'd be going home and sitting my mother down and having these conversations on the couch, like, oh, did you hear about this happening and how this is going on? And it was a lot more of that. So it's been pushed into the house, and even now my mother is having like those conversations on her own, and she'll bring stuff to me, and it's become kind of like a cool topic in the house almost, of like us introducing things to each other.